Hey, this is Math Students, and welcome to part 2 of Notes 3.14. And in part 2, basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you your interest, maybe even your time, maybe a rate, but I'm going to ask you to solve for something that you don't know. So remember, write this up at the top. Interest is equal to principal times rate times time. So I'm going to leave one of these out now. Alright, so if I have a $800 deposit, that I equals PRT. I know definitely my principal. If I got 24 months, I know my time. And remember, we always do time in years, so that's 2 years. And then if I earned $200, that's my interest. So really now if I plug this stuff in, 200, that was my interest, is equal to my principal, which was $800. Times my rate, 800, which I don't know, times my time, which was 2 years. So I don't know what my rate is, right? So I'll get 200 is equal to 800 times 2 is 1600 times your rate, right? You have no idea what your rate is. However, we know how to do this. We have solved for this before, right? Just think about the ratios that you've done. Just divide both sides by 1600, and you'll be left with what R is, right? So these cancel out, and you're only left with R. So R is equal to 0.125. So your rate is 0.125. Now that's a decimal, so remember you need to make that a percent. So on your calculator, you can hit the second right parentheses button, and that will tell you, hey, your rate is 12.5%. So you can put that up in the rate right there. And for your total value, you can go ahead and say, hey, if I initially invested $800, but then I got $200 in interest, that means my total value is worth $1,000 right now. Right? So that's it for that one. I am going to now step back and allow you to try and do 6, 7, 8, 9 on your own. But don't worry, at some point we will all come back together and try and figure out these answers. So every problem is interest equals principal times rate times time. And in problems, I'm going to give you a principal sometimes, I'm going to give you some time, and I'm going to give you, in this one, I give you a rate, right? But sometimes I might not give you a time, or sometimes I might not give you a rate. So you'll have to figure it out. Okay, that's it.